students. Today we are going to discuss on the topic bone, that is the part of skeleton tissue. Students, in previous lecture you were studying about the cartilage. Now here we are going to study about bone. Students, bones are somewhat rigid and hard structures because their matrix contain about 60 to 70% part of calcium phosphate and some amount of calcium sulfate also. Students, beside the matrix contain calcium sulfate, it also contains a certain type of protein that is called osine protein. Yes, students. Likewise, in cartilage, you have to know about in cartilages the chondrin protein is present, but in bones the important type of proteins is present that is called osine. Osine. This protein is present in bones. The bones are having the origination from the endodermis part of the embryo, and if we are going to know more about the bones, its upper part is consist of more than 3 to 5 layers, that is called peristomium. Just below the peristomium, a single layer of outer osteoblast cells are present. These osteoblast cells are responsible for the formation of new bone cells that are called osteocytes. Yes, students, the bone cells are called osteocytes, and below the upper osteoblast layer of cells, there is many concentric layer of osteocytes are present, each lines containing about 4 to 5 osteocytes. Students, the osteocytes are thickly covered by a space that is called lacunar space, and the orbits at which the osteocyte cells are arranged are known as lamellae. Now we are going to diagrammatic study about the transversal section of a bone. Yes, students, here we are going to study about the diagrammatic representation of a transversal section of bone. This is the outermost layer of bone that is called peristomium. It forms a very soft and smooth structures. This is the layer of peristomium. Now, just below the peristomium, a single layer of osteoblast cells are present that are known for the development of osteocyte cells. This is the lamellar space present in between the lacuna, and on the lamellar space there is somewhat protoplasmic profusion like structures containing a central nucleus are arranged that are called osteocytes. These are the arrangement of osteocytes on the lamellae. Around the lamellae there is a space that surrounds the osteocytes that is called lacuna. This is the inner layer of osteoblast cells, and that ends into the hollow cavity that is called marrow or bone marrow cavity. The marrow cavity or bone marrow cavity is well known for the deposition of RBCs and WBCs, because here the formation of such kind of cells also take place, and this is the central part of the bone that is called the bone marrow. This is the outermost part of the brain, that is peristomium. This is the outer osteoblast layer. The lacuna, its plural lacunae. These are the rows of osteocytes. It means bone cells, and these are the lamella at which these rows of osteocytes are present. Inner layer of inner osteoblast, inner osteoblast, and this is the marrow of the bone. Now students, this is a TS of frog bone. Now here I am going to know the diagrammatic representation of a mammalian bone. And students, if we want to know how an osteocyte cells appears, then here I gave a single diagram of osteocytes. This is the central part of the osteocyte, that is the nucleus. In large shape of an oval shaped nucleus is present around an osteocytes, and more number of protoplasmic structures arises from such structures that are called protoplasmic structures. This is the structure of single osteocyte cells. An osteocyte. This is its nucleus and protoplasmic growth, or you can say that protoplasmic fibers. This is the TS of a frog bone. Now students, here I am going to tell about the structure of a mammalian bone. The students, just like to this structure of the bone, the mammalian bone also possesses the outermost structure that is called peristomium, that is smooth. Its uppermost surface is smooth, and there is presence of concentric lamellae in the mammalian bones. These concentric lamellae containing about 10 to 15 rows that forms the Haversian system. Yes students, this type of system formed by these osteocytes lamella are called Haversian system. William Harvey was the first biologist who firstly describe about the passage of blood into the vessels, and after his name, these kinds of arrangement of lamella are known as Haversian system. The central part of the Haversian system is hollow and it is interrelated with one another by a separating canal that is called Boltzmann canal after the name of discoverer Boltzmann. These are the star-shaped protoplasmic fibrous structures having a central nucleus. Each structure is called osteocytes or bone cells. The group of osteocytes is also known as osteoblast because the osteocyte cells are originated from the osteoblast cells. This is the arrangement of osteocytes on the lamella, and around the lamella the spaces are present that is called lacuna that contains the matrix of the hard substances which is formed by calcium phosphate. As you all of you notice or visualize, these are the concentric part around the central hollow system, and this arrangement of cells gives a mechanical strength to our bone tissues because calcium phosphate forms a rigid structure. Likewise, here I also arrange osteocyte cells on each and every concentric lamellae. Now, here I am going to label this diagram. This is the outermost layer that is called peristomium. Peristomium. These are the concentric rings-like structures called lamellae. These star-shaped structures are called osteocytes, and this central hollow body is called Haversian canal, and the arrangement of this concentric 12 to 15 lambda structure in a around the Haversian canal, this is called Haversian system. Yes, students, this is called Haversian system. One Haversian system is interrelated or interconnected with another by a branching canal that is called Boltzmann canal after the name of discoverer. Now, students, this is the years of mammalian bone. Now, students, we are going to describe the classification of bone on the basis of function and position in the body. Yes, students, there are mainly bones are classified into three groups. What are these? The first one is membrane or investing bone. Membrane or investing bone. Students, the membrane or investing bones are mainly found in the bones which are originated from the embryonic dermis layer. Yes, students, they are originated from the cartilaginous embryonic dermis layer. Hence, they forms a membranous or layer after layer structure that is also called meninges. Yes, students, meninges. These are mainly found in the skull that is called cranium. The skull has three meninges: the outermost dura mater, the middle arachnoid layer, and the innermost layer is pia mater. These meninges are just example of the membrane or investing bone. Then here I take the example of the membranous bone in which found, that is skull, vertebral column, and the shoulder bones like clavicle and scapula etc. Now students, the second type of bone is cartilage or replacing bone, or cartilaginous or replacing bone. Such bones are developed by the replacing the matrix of the cartilage and become hard. This type of bones are known as cartilaginous or replacing bone due to the changing of the cartilage into the bone due to the concentration of the calcium phosphate in the cartilaginous tissue. Yes, students, if you are taking the example of such kind of bones, then each vertebrae of the vertebral column. Yes, students, each vertebrae of the vertebral column is the best example of cartilaginous or replacing bone. Beside it, the region of pubic symphysis is also an example of the cartilaginous or replacing bone that is found in the below our abdominal cavity, at which our femurs are joints that helps in provides the ability to sit on our thigh. Next, students, the last type of the classification of bone, that is called sesamoid bone. Such bones are only found on the regions, or they develop in the regions where the tendons are present. Yes, students, it means where the tendons and ligaments are present, they are developed on such a body part, and after a exact is the development of such bones get stopped, and they are mainly found in the kneecap, that is also called the patella. The patella of our hind limbs is the best example of sesamoid bone. Thanks, students, for joining today's lecture. And one thing more important for all of you, you regularly complete your notes as per here the lecture and the PDF was provided by the school authority. Thanks students for joining today's lecture.